The Chinese are taking over Jamaica.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. This is Brand Reaction. So guys, in today's video I have a very interesting video here from this Jamaican man. This Jamaican man has talked about what the Chinese are doing in Jamaica, how the Chinese are taking over Jamaica, and this is a very powerful message that I want you guys to listen to. So I want you to watch this video until the end. All credits to him. Remember, if you're coming across my videos for the first time, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. To my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for the support, for always coming back and watching my videos. So let's dive into this video and I'll be back with a few reactions.
As a Jamaican, this is very alarming and this is troubling. Listen, I want to explain. Full disclaimer. The Chinese people and the Indians, they are some smart and savvy business people that know how to do business, and they are very great at providing stellar, top-class premier customer service. Something that Jamaicans don't have any idea of doing, at least most. Because a lot of time, people, we go to Jamaican businesses and we go do business, and when you go there, it seems like we are begging to be served by our own Jamaicans. So in that regard, the Chinese and the Indians and other foreign people, they know how to conduct business, and they know how to provide customer service to make sure we are served as customers. So that's a full disclaimer. Big up the Chinese them in that regard. But my point is, the reason why this is alarming is because all of the big businesses in most of Jamaica right now are going to be taken over by Chinese. Because majority of places right now are running by the Chinese people, Indian people, foreign people. And again, what is due to Caesar, give it to Caesar. They are business minded and they know how to conduct business. But may I tell you, in the next couple of years, might as well you name Jamaica Chinese town. Because may I tell you, everywhere is taken over by Chinese, specifically, and other foreign people, but specifically Chinese. The big example, when I used to go to Linstead, back in the day, like 15, 20 years ago, all of the businesses were controlled and run by Jamaicans on both streets, left and right. And surprise, surprise, the last 2, 3, 5, 7 years, those businesses and the business places are shut down and are now reopened by Chinese successfully. So right now you go to Linstead, majority, 90% of the businesses are controlled by the Chinese. But guess what? Or guess what the Jamaicans are owning and controlling? The market. In terms of where you go to get local produce, you know, the iglas and the people that sell, you know, yam, banana, cocoa, carrot, whatever. I give credit as well, because without those iglas, a lot of people wouldn't get fresh food. So we have to give that credit to them. But it is alarming that the big businesses are not run and controlled by Jamaicans. It is by Chinese and other foreign people. The Jamaicans now are running as iglas and as vendors on the local bottom of the barrel. There's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. But the big businesses are not controlled by us. So we are not very business minded, it seems. I don't know. But the Chinese and other race of people have figured it out based on my observations. Yo, the next couple of years, brethren, you might as well call Jamaica the new Chinese town. Remember me tell you that. But I digress. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Oh, one more thing. Anyhow, the Chinese men were quote unquote swaggerific and know how to deal with Jamaican woman on a romantic level. Remember me tell you say, most Chinese man would have gone with Jamaican woman. Remember me tell you, because they are very business minded. But they don't care about Jamaican woman romantically. If they did have the mindset of a Jamaican man in terms of relationship, you would have seen some mixed Chinese pitted on a Jamaica so till your head spin. But I digress. We are talking about Chinese taking over the business and everything that we Jamaicans should control. But business as usual, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Reason we are reason. At the season, good over evil. Big Voice Radio in the building. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It like, follow the movement. Big up on yourself.
Perception that is carried by some with interest that somehow Jamaica is being overrun by Chinese interests. It may shock you to know that even with this loan from China, Jamaica's debt to China is approximately 4.5% of our total debt. What we owe to China is minuscule relative to what we owe to the rest of the world and international agencies. So unlike those who would want to create a false impression about Jamaica and our international development relationship with China, it is false. Jamaica has taken a strategic approach to develop its infrastructure, and we partner with those who want to help us, and we are willing to partner with all countries in the world that come genuinely to assist our development. Is being paid to the region.
One political commentator believes Jamaica will have to keep dancing between the raindrops when it comes to its relationship between China and the United States. China has been integral to Jamaica's development, with Chinese companies such as China Harbour Engineering Company (CHEC) responsible for major infrastructure projects like the Southern Coastal Highway, which links Kingston and St. Thomas, and the $45 billion Spark program being rolled out. However, there has been growing tension between China and the United States. That matter was put to U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Wednesday during his official visit to Jamaica.
What problems, if any, does America have with China's investment in Jamaica?
Our problem is not investment. Okay? Our problem is predatory practices. That's what we're concerned about. What we have seen all over the world is that China comes in and says, here's a bunch of money for a project they never build. They bring their own workers to do the work. They don't hire the locals. They bring their own workers. And oftentimes it comes attached with a huge loan that can never be repaid, and now they hold it over your head forever. That's our concern. Our concern is unfair practices, too, where they come in, they're government-subsidized companies, underbid everybody because they're subsidized, but then they come back and charge you whatever they want because now they've got the contract. So these are the things that we remain very concerned about. Again, not specifically about Jamaica, but in general.
And the response from the Secretary of State indicates that at this point in time, Jamaica has not offended the United States and has not been an enabler of these kinds of negative practices by China. I'm pleased with that, and I also want for that to be the case going forward. What this means is that Jamaica's engagement with China going forward must be such that we don't allow China to exploit, to expropriate Jamaica's benefits rather to themselves to the detriment of Jamaica.
Commentator Jermaine Barrett there, who adds that Jamaica has to be careful it does not offend the U.S.
And that is how it is that small island developing states like Jamaica must respond and engage with the world, particularly recognizing that there are strong powers in the world that could put the squeeze on us. So I think that is a pivotal point that we have to be considerate of, and just continue to dance between the raindrops and see to it that Jamaica's best interest is served, that Jamaica can be friends of China and America, despite the fact that neither country are friends of each other.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you have watched the full clip. Now, I saw this video and I decided like this is a very, very good video. Credits to this All credits to this Jamaican man. He has talked of very, very important points. Very important points. Now, we all know investors are always good for any country. Yes, when we have investors, a country will develop to some extent. So investors are very good. But now, when the government supports these investors and forgets the people, is that really good for the country? Now look at how Chinese are doing business in Jamaica. All the businesses, majority of the businesses in Jamaica are owned by these people. Yes, it's good to have investors in your country. Yes, when they come in and do business, it's very good for the country. It's very good because some Jamaicans will be employed, the economic development and all that, the revenue to the government. So all that will happen. So it is good for any given country, the investors. But now, this investor getting support from the government to an extent whereby they can open businesses without permits. Is that really good for a country? Because there's no way a Jamaica will open a business without a permit. They will arrest him or her and they will make sure they have permits in order to operate businesses. But now in this case, we are allowing in these foreigners to come to our country and work for 5 good years without permits, and they don't even leave. They are very smart. You all know, if they are the smartest people we have on earth, who knows how to utilize an opportunity, who know how to use an opportunity, are these people. The Chinese, they are very, very smart. These people are very, very smart. That's why they know if they see an opportunity in your country, they will come so many. They will tell their friends, their families, they will carry everybody, and there will be so much in your country. Now, this guy has talked about how many companies, how many businesses are being owned by these people. And by the way, most businesses in Jamaica are being owned by the Chinese, and this is not good for any country. Yes, we need investors, but not as much as this that is happening in Jamaica. The Chinese are so many in Jamaica, and they have taken over business like it's their own country. Most businesses are being operated by them. So I saw this video and I decided, let me read some of the comments from my Jamaicans, see how they're saying about this. And I was shocked to an extent whereby I saw some of you, you really like idea of the Chinese being in Jamaica. You're saying that the Chinese in being in Jamaica is a blessing. They have built businesses. They're doing good in Jamaica. They're good for the people of Jamaica. So you guys are talking good side of the Chinese. But a smart Jamaican, a Jamaican who knows his country, who knows the history, who knows how these people are very smart, who knows how these people get into the country and try to overtake everyone, knows very well that these people are trying to take over Jamaica. These people are trying to take over the whole of Jamaica, because if they are being allowed to do businesses for free, then they will be calling in their families, their friends, their people to come to Jamaica. They will be opening businesses everywhere, reaching every corner of Jamaica. Now tell me, how will Jamaica stand up? How will the people of Jamaica grow? Or how will Jamaica become? Because if these people are too much in Jamaica, then the growth of Jamaica will be dependent on them. So the idea of you guys saying that you love what these people are doing in Jamaica. I know some of you have been employed by these Chinese. I know some of you are married to these Chinese. So I know maybe some of you have to support, because at some point you are being associated with this Chinese, and because maybe you are earning there, or maybe she is your wife or your husband, you have to support. But now look at the future of Jamaica. This guy has talked about very, very vital points in this video. Like, these people are taking over Jamaica. They are taking over. Now, you've heard the story of the PM. He is very, very clear on his statement that he is ready to work with anybody, any country, as long as they will aid the development of Jamaica, which is very, very okay. Very, very okay. As I have said, investors are good for any given country, so we really need them at some point if at all they will come to help us, if at all they will facilitate the economic development of our countries, but not this much. So if you are ready to work with anyone who will help the economic development of Jamaica, it is very, very okay. But now, what about your people? Because most of Jamaican people are not even in Jamaica. Majority of them are struggling in the US trying to find greener pastures, because in their country, the Chinese have taken everything. And by the way, these people, they even come to your country with their idols, their gods, and they come and place them in your country. That is very, very bad. So they're trying to take over, like they carry with them everything from their home and they bring them to your country. And you are just there looking at that, just, seeing them do bad things in your country, and you are just there trying to defend them, saying that they are doing good things in Jamaica. Come on. Yes, we need them at some point, but we should not allow them to do too much in Jamaica. I believe Jamaicans should, if the permit, the amount for every permit, I think Jamaicans should be considered first. They should pay lower than this investor. When the investors come, they should pay higher rates for permits for them to open businesses. For them to open businesses in Jamaica, they should really pay big amount compared to the Jamaicans. But now when it comes to this situation whereby you give them places to, you give them freedom to open businesses without permits, without being taxed, that is now very, very wrong. How do you think the Jamaicans are feeling about this? Jamaicans are angry and are very, very sad, because you are supporting foreigners more than them, and they're the ones that voted for you in office. So at some point, as a leader, that is a complete fail. I believe Jamaicans should be in the front line. If there is any business opportunity or a Jamaica wants to open a business, one thing the government should do is support him or her first. Then if the foreigner comes in with another idea that can help the people, and by the way, you have to make sure that these people, if they open businesses in your country, they have to treat your people very well. Because they come to your country, they open businesses, they give your people jobs, they pay them low amounts of money, they pay them badly, and you there still supporting them. Your people are crying and try to tell you that these people are taking advantage of us. These people are not treating us very well. I saw a video whereby Jamaicans went on a strike because they were not being paid on time. They were being paid bad salaries, and they were working for so many hours. So many hours. They don't even have time for their families. They are always working and working for the Chinese, making the Chinese prosper, while them, they have nothing. They have nothing even to take home. They're just making sure that these people, the Chinese, are getting everything and taking everything to their countries. Now, that is very, very bad. Personally, I cannot allow that. The bond that we have between us and Jamaicans, we cannot allow these people, when they come to Jamaica, and try to control my Jamaicans. Even here, I remember there's a saga that happened here in my country whereby this Chinese decided to beat his employer, who was a Kenyan. So he decided to beat him. I don't know what this guy did. So this Chinese decided to knock him down because of that mistake. And as the law of this country says, you're not supposed to beat up your employee. So one thing that happened that I really liked is that this Chinese was deported immediately for misbehaving, and for that contact, he was deported immediately back to China. So those are some of the ways that, our government show us that they are taking care of us. So as much as they are allowing these people to come in, they must make sure that Jamaicans are well paid if they are going to work for them. I think they should come up with a way whereby they can be sending the people to these businesses, try to find out what businesses these people are doing, trying to find out how Jamaicans are being paid for this business. They should make sure that happens, so that at least everybody is happy. If at all they have to be there, then everybody must be happy. So I don't know what you guys have to say about that Jamaican man. To me, I really, really like him. He has talked of very, very important matters. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Until my next video, peace out.